welcome to Saint-Germain-des-Prés. This area covers much of the 6th arrondissement of Paris and is known for its upscale hotels, boutiques and bars. In today's video, we're going to show you the best things to do in the area, including some of its best hidden gems. So let's go and explore. The best way to get a feel for this district is to wander around on your own 2 feet, admire the grandiose architecture, and stop at cafes with large terraces where you can people watch at your leisure. This is the Jardin du Luxembourg, and its history dates all the way back to the 17th century. In 1611, Marie de Medici, the widow of King Henry IV, decided to build a palace here based on the Pitti Palace in Florence in her native Italy. In 1612, she had 2,000 elm trees planted in the gardens, which now surround what was then the palace, but is now owned by the French state. Today, this is a wonderful park where lots of locals hang out. You can play tennis, you can play chess, you can play pétanque, which is a kind of balls, you can just go for a stroll, and most famously of all, you can relax on one of these green chairs, which are kind of dotted around the gardens for people's leisure. Unfortunately, the palace itself is closed because it's owned by the French state, but it's administrative buildings. Because it's Paris and almost everything is aesthetic, if you're ever looking for a water fountain, then they come in these shapes. There are also a few other shapes. They're known as the Wallace fountains, and all of the water here is drinkable. While you might be able to sit on the seats, there's a reason that all of the grass in Paris always looks so pristine, and that's because for the most part you're not allowed to sit on it. The Medici fountain is one of the most iconic places to visit in the gardens. The fountain was originally commissioned by Marie de Medici around 1630, but was heavily restored and moved to its current location in the 19th century. One of the more popular things to do here if you're travelling with younger visitors is to rent one of the little sailboats and sail them across the pond. This is one of the more hidden gems of Jardin du Luxembourg. It was gifted to the Musée du Luxembourg in 1900 by Auguste Bartholdi, the sculptor, and was placed here in 1906. In 2012, due to damage of the original, it was replaced with this bronze replica and so remains a firm fixture of the gardens to this day. And now let's head out of the park to check out one of the most iconic buildings in this area. Construction of Saint-Sulpice began in 1646, though it wasn't completed until 1870. This is the third largest church in Paris, though it didn't gain amazing popularity until Dan Brown's novel The Da Vinci Code. It features heavily in the book, but in the movie, producers were forced to use a film set as the church didn't allow access for filming. If you're looking for a particularly special dining spot in the area, then there are only around 20 covers at this tiny restaurant. The owner is really friendly and the food is quintessentially French. This is one of our favourite spots to dine out and is the Bistrot d'Henri. Saint-Germain is not without its shopping opportunities, and one of the most illustrious places to head to is le Bon Marché, which was founded in 1838. The entire layout of the department store is open planned and surrounds a geometric, dazzling staircase. Next door, La Grande Épicerie serves up all kinds of delicious, fresh goodies. This area is really nice, so I do recommend spending at least one afternoon here, though you don't really need much more than that because there's mainly gardens and cafes here. And speaking of cafes, we're going to go and check out one now. Boulevard Saint-Germain is 3 kilometers in length and is the main thoroughfare through this district. We're currently on the Rive Gauche, which is the left bank, which is to the south of the Seine, and this area is really famous. This particular area, the street, is famous for its sidewalk cafes. Café de Flore is one of the most famous dining institutions here in Paris. It probably dates back to 1887, so the beginning of the Third Republic, though no one quite knows of the exact date. However, what is known is that it's been really popular among famous minds over the years, including Pablo Picasso, and it's thought by many that it was even the birthplace of surrealism. Today is unfortunately quite pricey and a bit of a tourist trap if you look at the reviews online. I did go one time and it was quite nice and fancy, but I probably wouldn't go again. Café de Flore's main competitor is les Deux Magots, which is just behind me, and this bills itself as a literary cafe. In fact, there's been many famous minds who have dined here over the years, including Hemingway and Paul McCartney. Today it's over 140 years old. Both cafes are right next to the oldest church in Paris, which is just behind us now. The Maison of Serge Gainsbourg is the former house of the singer Serge Gainsbourg and is now a cultural institution. It's home to over 25,000 objects which once belonged to this famous singer. The Institut de France is on the banks of the River Seine and is home to 5 academies. The most famous of these is the Académie Française, and if you don't know who these people are, they're the people who get to decide whether new words are masculine or feminine and what new words get to be entered into the dictionary. The Institute is just the other side of the road from the Pont des Arts, which is one of the best bridges in Paris. This is a pedestrian-only footbridge and provides amazing views onto the River Seine and even the Eiffel Tower. So I think that this is a great place to end the video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel content. See you next time.